Hello dear students, hope you all are well. Today we will going to start about the chapter 7 energy and power resources. We will discuss various conventional and non-conventional energy resources in this. I am Ishita Raj and I am going to teach you about this chapter. Okay students, let's start this chapter. At first, energy. Energy is needed in every walk of our life. Imagine a day without electricity. So much difficulties you would face. Energy is needed in every sphere of life. Like in domestic uses, it has the agricultural and industrial uses. Like it is used to lighting the house, streets, warming and cooling the houses, running the vehicles, even various machineries that are also doing its works in the industries. So wide uses of energy is there for cooking, various household appliances to work in every sphere, and we derive the energy mainly from the fossil fuel. So there are mainly two types of energy resources. One is the conventional and another one is the non-conventional. So the conventional energy resources that are mainly found from the fossil fuel are the non-renewable. Non-renewable means once they have been used up, then they cannot be replenished. Some examples are coal, petroleum are there. So once we have used coal, by burning of that some energy is released, then they cannot be replenished. That is why they are non-renewable. They have the limited reserves in the earth. That is why they are exhaustible in nature. So they are also a type of mineral and they are the fossil fuel mainly found in the sedimentary rocks. They are called as the conventional energy resources. Another one is the non-conventional energy resources. They are also known as the alternative source of energy, as the limited, you can say, limited reserves of fossil fuel are there. That is why after they will be exhausted, then the alternative sources of energy are the non-conventional energy. They are renewable because the source of that is not limited. They are inexhaustible in nature. That is why they are renewable. They are eco-friendly, and that is why they are pollution free, or you can say less pollution. In the case of conventional energy, they produce more pollution, more smoke. That is why they are not eco-friendly, but in this case they are eco-friendly. Some examples are tidal energy, biogas, solar energy, nuclear energy, any kind of. So this is the two main type of energy resources. One is the conventional and another one is the non-conventional energy resources. So we will discuss one by one. At first we will discuss about the coal. This is a fossil fuel and most abundantly used fossil fuel in India. So they are originated in the sediment as a sedimentary rock. By burning of sediments, after so many years they will be reformed, or they will be formed as the coal. So how they used? They have wide uses, like they are used to generate electricity in the thermal power plants. They are also used in the iron and steel industry. So coal is a primary element. Coal and iron ore, these two are the primary element in the iron and steel industry. They are also used in the chemical industry. Even with that, also used as a raw material for many other industries. So they have the wide uses. Now, how many types of coals are there? There are mainly 4 types of coal. One is the anthracite, another one is the bituminous, number 3 is the lignite, and 4 is the peat. So these 4 types of coal are present there. First one is the anthracite. So what is the main basis of dividing the coal? This is on the basis of the carbon content that are present in the coal. So these two are the good quality coal, and that has the much more carbon content than these two, because these two are not very good quality and they have the carbon content very less amount. Okay. So at first we have the anthracite. Okay. Anthracite is the highest quality coal because it have the carbon content of more than 90%. So the highest amount of carbon content, that is why they have the higher heating capacity. If the coal that contains more carbon, then it produce less smoke. Thus the smoke is produced from the coal which has low carbon content and more moisture content, or the sulfur content is there. Because if you have the moisture content, that is why they will produce smoke, they will not produce much heat. But if you have the good amount of carbon content, then they will produce much more heat. So it is mainly used in the domestic purpose. They have the highest heating capacity. Number 2 is the bituminous. This is also a good quality coal. It has the carbon content of 80%. They are hard and shiny. They also have high heating capacity. And how they used? Mainly they are used to produce the coke and coal gas. So this is the main uses of the bituminous coal. So these two are the best quality coal. Though in India bituminous coal is mainly found. Number 3 is the lignite coal. The main coal producing or the lignite producing mine that are found in India is the Neyveli in Tamil Nadu. They are the soft brown coal. Large amount of moisture content is there, that is why the carbon content is less, like only 40 to 60%. They are used in the thermal plants. Okay, mainly the uses of lignite coal is in the thermal plants. And the number 4 and the last one of the coal is the peat. This is a very inferior quality coal because they have a lot of moisture content and the very less amount of carbon content is only less than 30%. So anthracite and bituminous are the good quality. They have the highest or the higher carbon content and lower moisture content, and another two have the higher moisture content and lower carbon content. So these are the classification on the basis of the carbon content of the coal that are mainly found of 4 types. Okay, and their various uses. Next one is the petroleum. This is also a type of conventional energy. After coal is abundantly used in India. After coal you can say petroleum. It has also a wide uses. Petroleum, the word it comes from the word petro. Petra means the rock. Okay, and oleum means oil. So literally you can say petroleum, this word means the rock oil. They are also found in the sedimentary rocks and that have the marine origins, means the sedimentary rock that are mainly originated in the marine or the ocean floor. They are called as the mineral oil or natural oil. Another two names that are given to petroleum is the liquid gold, because it has the wide uses and it has very, like, as gold have the very economic importance, so the petroleum also has very much economic importance. Like the eastern countries, Arabian countries, they have also very good petroleum reserves, as it has a good economic importance. That is why they are called as the liquid gold. Even with that, they are as the crude oil are of black color, that is why they are also called as the black gold. So various names, rock oil, mineral oil, various names are given to petroleums. What are the different products of petroleum? They are various, like petrol, diesel, kerosene, Vaseline, paraffin, wax. So many are things that are found from the petroleum, various products. India has 12 oil refineries. Very important line you should have to remember, like India has the 12 oil refineries. So the crude oil, or you can say the raw oil, that are mainly extracted from the ocean floor, and after that the refining, because various, you can say various materials that are present in that, so they should be refined. That is why the refineries are mainly present. 12 refineries are present in India. Like Jamnagar in Gujarat is the largest oil refineries in India. Jamnagar in Gujarat. So the major oil producing areas in India are the Mumbai High, and the floating platform in Mumbai High is the Sagar Samrat. Okay, Sagar Samrat is a floating platform that extracts the oil from the ocean floor, and Mumbai High has the largest production in petroleum. Another fields are Ankaleshwar in Gujarat, Kalal in Gujarat, in Assam Valley like Digboy, Bongaigaon, Naharkatia. These are also petroleum reserves that are found in India. And Digboy is one of the oldest oil fields in India. And where Digboy is situated? This is situated in Assam. Okay. So this is the conventional source of energy, petroleum. Next one we have natural gas. And last one of the conventional energy. This is also environmental friendly as they have very low carbon dioxide emission. As they emit low carbon dioxide, so they are environmental friendly. Large fields of natural gas in India has discovered in the Krishna Godavari basin, Mumbai High. Even in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they have also good reserves in the natural gas. What are the different uses of natural gas? They are also used as the compressed natural gas or the CNG, as the automobile fuel, like as a fuel to use in the automobile. Even the liquid petroleum gas or the LPG in a domestic fuel, like if you have the gas that is mainly used to cooking, the gases or the LPG cylinder that are used in each and every houses, they are from the natural gas or LPG. They are also used as a raw material to the petrochemical industries. So these are the uses of the natural gas. So we have covered the conventional energy. Next one we have the non-conventional energy, and before going to that we have generating electricity and how they generates. Mainly there are two types of electricity that are generated, are the thermal electricity and hydroelectricity that are mainly used, and there are various energy resources from the non-conventional uses. We will also discuss it. At first we have the thermal electricity that is mainly derived from coal, petroleum and natural gas. We have already covered over 310 power station or the thermal power station that are in India. So have some look students, this is the picture of a thermal power plant. So they produce much smoke and it is not environmental friendly because it creates so much pollution. Still, for the sustenance of life, for the sustenance of everything, it is also needed. But after depletion of it and overuses of it, after some times there will be a scarcity of energy. That is why need to research about some alternative energy resources. Next one is the hydroelectricity that is mainly produced from the moving water by using a turbine. Though the primary cost in this hydroelectricity project is very much high, but after that it is more or less similar. They are eco-friendly and water is renewable resources. That is why they will not produce much pollutants. So this is thermal electricity or the thermal power, and this is the hydel power or the hydroelectricity. These two are pictures. For the hydroelectricity project, there is the need to construct a dam behind the project. Okay, so this is the picture generating electricity. Now here the need of the energy conservation and to check for the alternative sources. Why? Because the fossil fuels or the conventional energy resources that have the limited reserves. So after using of them, they will not be replenished. Then how would be happen? That is why some alternative sources of energy and using of that is very much needed. Even with that, you can say the population, the increasing population, their demand, all kinds of. So the alternative energy resources are various type, like the nuclear or atomic energy, solar energy that is mainly generated from the sun or the solar power. wind energy generated from blowing wind. Even with that, biogas, tidal energy, geothermal energy, so much of alternative energy resources are there, but the you can say in all the cases they are not possible, in all the seasons they are not possible. Like wind, they will not blow in all the seasons with the same velocity, that it is not possible to generate the energy in all the seasons. Even with that, they also need some very vast area, all time it is also not possible. Even with that, the solar energy in all season is not with the same intensity. So these are some pros and cons of that, like they have also much advantage but also have some disadvantage. Nuclear or atomic energy, they are mainly found or they are mainly generated from the nuclear element like thorium, uranium. They are heavy metal and mainly found in various stations in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, like Narora in Uttar Pradesh, Kakrapara in Gujarat, Maharashtra there is Tarapur, Rawatbhata in Rajasthan. So many power station, nuclear power station that are found in India. Solar energy, this is inexhaustible. Why? Because the sun power, the solar power, they have not the limited reserves, right? So the fossil that are present will not be burned. That is why they are inexhaustible. They are pollution free and the cleanest of all energy. They are mainly found or mainly generated energy in the hilly region, and they have some solar panel is used to light the house, to pumping in the irrigation. So they have the wide uses. Even with that, we have the wind energy, and the highest potential of wind energy is in coastal region, Gujarat, Orissa, Maharashtra. Tamil Nadu has the largest windmill. So these are the alternative sources of energy. Now the need of the conservation of energy, because the limited resources of fossil fuel and after using of once they will not be replenished. Even with that, we cannot say without energy we will survive. So there is also need to generate the energy. With that, we will not want any pollution in the environment. So the sustainable use, the using of today will not hamper tomorrow. It is very much needed. So sustainable, okay, sustainable means which you use today will not hamper the tomorrow's life. Like if you just eat all the foods that you have today, then you will not have much food to eat in the tomorrow, right? So there is the need of conservation of energy. So conservation in every sphere, like in domestic, in agricultural, in industrial sector, in all sector, conservation is needed. And the judiciously use of the conventional energy resources as they have the limited reserves. And the last one is the more research and development is needed for the alternative energy resources. Okay, some of the countries like Netherlands and various countries, they have already started using the wind power, tidal power to reduce the uses of the fossil fuel or to reduce the conventional energy. Even with that, it is also pollution free, so it will not harm our environment also. In these various way we can conserve our energy resources for the future life. Okay students, we have covered this chapter. Thank you.